Hey, this is Apibal. It is now 11:29 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, February 27, 2015. I am doing this video blog for what happened yesterday on Thursday during a Reiki Circle session. This is for the title of IAMDIVINITI, Telepath, Empath, and its application to energy healing. Basically, this is a continuation of events, like connecting the dots, connecting two events that is happening in my life. Because on Wednesday, Jackson showed me an office location that she's looking to get for her esthetician practice, and it kind of dawned on me that maybe I could do something with her while I'm starting out, like I'm not like to do my own healing modality, which would at least allow me to start the process of seeing where the whole IAMDIVINITI project is going to go, and it allows me to fund myself. And then on Thursday, it kind of like repeated itself with the in the morning I went to a meeting, and I noticed this really, like, this fitness shop that sells food. So I went in and I saw that they were selling essential oils by this one company, and it looks very professional, and they actually have a book on its properties, like all kind of categories of properties, like medical, chemical, physical, even like metaphysical, like usage, and even its history, like how the ancient civilization used them. And then I went to Qigong, and then the moment that I walked in, and the instructor and this lady was there, and then this lady just pulled this out, like the bottle with the same brand. She was like, somebody just gave this to me. It was like, oh my god. I was thinking like, oh my god, like the spirit wants me to, like, I connect with that essential oil brand, because since January it's been kind of like coming into my life to use it more in my life for metaphysical purposes, and possibly for healing energy purposes. And like when I saw it in the morning, I was thinking about it too, that I could use it in my session in the future. But anyway, and then I also had a talk with this psychologist at the drug court, and she kind of like helped guide me along in how I'm going to start my business without having to have any kind of like healing licenses that the state of Florida regulate. And I believe from what Jason showed to me, metaphysical area of healing is not regulated. So I could possibly just name it differently, thinking about it. But anyway, so I went to the Reiki circle that Hannah does, which is amazing. Again, this is like my second time with her doing the thing, because she does it monthly. And this is her new location, which I'll get to that story later. But the significant thing about this one is that it allowed me to see that my ability to use my telepath and empath ability during the healing session has improved dramatically. It applies to the ability, the modality of mind insertion, and modality of energy emotion removal or insertion. And what I did was I worked on 4 people, the first 3 people was kind of like, you know, heavy, I mean not heavy stuff, but they all had different things going on, and I did use the whole mind insertion, like in the energy emotion removal, and on all that, right? But the thing that was significant with this one is that on the 4th lady that I was working with, it showed to me that basically she gave me the response and a confirmation and affirmation that when I insert my mind, or like a mind meld, like a Vulcan mind meld, basically, when I insert my thoughts, my mind into that other person, they actually received it. Even if they may not completely aware, but they can feel it, they see it in that thought. So with this lady, I started out with her, the last lady, right? And I felt, you know, it was like doing her around her head. Oh shit! And when I moved to her chest, I felt that her energy or her emotion is being compressed. It's like she is pushed. She has stuffed this energy within her heart core or her heart portal and solar plex, because I can feel it, right? And basically it's hard for me to breathe as an empath. I feel it as an empath, and also as an energy. I still don't know what's gonna call this, but the source told me that I'm an energy manipulator and controller, so I still have to use that name for now. And so when I felt that, without having to try to figure out psychically, telepathically, as an empath, what that emotion is, because it could take some time, and I don't really need to know why she is having those emotions, like what those emotions entail. It doesn't matter, right? The whole point is to remove it. Is to help her to heal herself. So so I telepathically tell her to release it, to let go of to let go of the energy and the emotion that she's holding in, to let it go, to release it, to breathe it out. And then I ask for the download of divine love and beauty energy to come into her, right? And then I telepathically tell her to breathe out what she's holding in, and to breathe in the divine love and divine beauty. And I keep repeating that in my head for her. Breathe out, and to breathe in, and to feel it, right? And then I notice that she does this deep breathing. I was like, oh, she's receiving. And when I do that, what I do is also is that I breathe with her. I breathe in with her, so that I am at the same time moving the energy flow in and out, right? And as I kept doing that, moving the energy, I started to feel the vibration of this divine beauty and divine love energy. It's like vibrating up my body. I can feel it vibrating in my leg and my arm and up my head. It was vibrating so much, and I was starting to feel overwhelmed with so much sense of divine love and beauty and grace, and you know, God's grace. And it's just so, it's like a feeling of divine ecstasy. It was like starting with so much. And the Reiki circle is supposed to be only done 10 minutes per person, because it's not in a circle. So I only did 10 minutes with her. And as I was finishing that, basically told her to feel it and to embrace it and to release, and also to share, and to spread her wings and to fly free, and to be all that, whatever I say. And then at the end, we all share around the circle, and I share with her what I did or what I felt, and she confirmed with me, or she confirmed with me that she did like have that thought in her head, because she said that she was like, something was telling her to breathe, told her to It was breathing out peace and breathe in love. Breathe out peace and breathe in. I was like, okay, that's her perspective. And then she just said that she was like feeling like overwhelmed with this like sense of bliss and love, and like she was saying like she was like sending it out back to me and back into the room. So okay, you know. And she was saying that she's also a telepath and an empath, which would kind of explain why she was more aware of what's going on or what I was doing. She said, I got the email, like what I was sending to her. I mean, basically, it still works with people who are not a telepath or an empath. They like would, like from my experiences for years, I mean, like when I really realized that I can do this thing was in 2013. When I realized, I mean, I always had a feeling of these abilities since I was young. I just didn't know, right? But in 2013, I started to be like, when I start actually doing it, to like just like because like my intuition just told me to do it. I did notice that I can do it to people, and they would do it. It might take, back then it took a while, but they would still do it, even though they may not realize what's going on. And like she was saying that, you know, like, this is when she was saying that, well, I was the second healer to work on her because Hannah, who runs Reiki Circle, already did it on her. So she already removed a lot of the tension that the ladies said that she was experiencing when she walked into the room. So it allowed me to just work at the next step of the tension that she was still holding in. And she said like she was feeling blissful. Because I can see it too, like see it in her face. Because before I walked up to her, it was not the smiling face that she has at the end. So it was definitely an amazing experience, and it allows me to see that my healing business, I don't want to call it business yet, because it's really, to me right now, I mean, I obviously don't see the future on where I Am Divinity project is going to be. All I got was the slogan from God. It's the Star.Child, Diamond.Child, Golden.Child, Divine Paradigm Initiative, which to me is really going to be about, part of it is about sharing information. Right? And, well, how do I get there? Well, I mean, I have to start something. So, I mean, if I were to start a school or some kind of organization that teach people, then I have to start something of my own to show that it works, right? So I would do this, and I was thinking, like, I would just now, because I cannot use a lot of different titles that the state of Florida, like, has name over. So I'm just going to call my, just what God gave me, I Am Divinity. Then I'll just have the slogan as a Star.Child, Diamond.Child, Golden.Child, Paradigm Initiative. And then I just have my name underneath it. Or like maybe just like have like different things like Telepath, Empath, multi-dimensional healer, energy balancer, or blah blah blah, equanimizer, or something like that. Like the titles of what I am, which would resonate with other people that they are, right? And then I'll just have my healing modality, which is the VibrationEnergyTranscensionHealing. And of course the other one is called Ascension Geometric Physiology Healing. Although I haven't really practiced that or have any real experience of having success in healing physical ailment. Just that at this point, for years now, I have been able to feel the energy of the physical ailment. Now, lastly, what I find interesting too is that from the last time that I was at the Reiki Circle, where Hannah told me that she has to move because of that place that got shut down, I like to take the credit, I guess, because I did want God to shut it down. And for spreading false God. Anyway, and I told Hannah, why don't you look at like a church to do this at? And I find it funny that she is at a church now. It's at the Unity Church. And what's even more interesting is that on new moon 2 Wednesday ago, God, the Spirit, guided me to that church for the first time for a Kundalini yoga, which I did a meditation with Aaron, which take me to the next level of equanimity. Well, not take me to the next level of equanimity, but like show me that I am at the next level, like that I'm already at that level. And then God like told me that it's time that I stop using bad words in my work and in my writing, like to be more professional basically. And then I went to that church on Sunday during Valentine's weekend. Yeah, was that it? Yeah. No. 22nd. 22nd, right? Not the weekend after. And it was a significant day at that church as well, because I found out that church has a labyrinth. That was the day that I dreamt in the morning that I have a connection to Alex Crowley, and something about him to March 20th solar eclipse. Anyway, so this is about this one. And I can see that now that my modality, I can see it more now that what I'm going to be doing is basically the power of being a telepath, an empath, and an energy equanimizer, let's just call it that, equanimizer, which is a manipulator controller, in doing my therapy, in dealing with my therapy. Not exactly psychotherapy, because it's more like a telepathy therapy. Psychotelepathy therapy. I mean, obviously I do have to talk to that person to communicate what's going on with them, but the healing aspect will be done through, a lot of it is done through telepathy and empath ability, which is something needs to be explored more. This is Nattawat Apibal, Nathaniel, Artemis, Shepherd, Net 9450.